Hi chat! Welcome to another stream. Hopefully you're all doing well today. Let's see, it is Wednesday, February 10th of 2021. And we're back for yet another stream, as we do. The plan for today is to work on pre-commit.ci. I have a few things that I want to get done. Figured out why I wasn't allowed to create a marketplace thingy thing for pre-commit.ci so that I could get paid. And so I have fixed that, but in the process of fixing that, I have figured out a bit of a problem with private repositories. So hopefully we will solve that today so that I can finally start getting pro tier subscriptions to pre-commit.ci, which will be cool. 3, 4, 5, 6. Thank you for the 6 dumpster fires, Chico codes. Appreciate your continued support. You do get a fancy new badge. Welcome to the 6-month club there. Good to have you as always. Appreciate your continued support. Alright, let's say hi to everybody and then we'll jump into stuff. So yeah, the stuff that I want to get done today is private badges. This is so that somebody could render a status badge in a README of a private repository using some sort of token. I looked a little bit at how Travis does this. I didn't actually see this support for other CI providers, but it might just be that I wasn't looking in the right place. But the way they tend to do it is they have a somewhat secret token that's stored on the repository itself and a button that you can rotate that token if you need to. And then the badge link for private repositories includes the token. I say semi-secret because it's in the URL, so it doesn't really become secret, but it's more about obfuscation at that point because you just don't want people to be able to guess it. But yeah, so we will be looking at that today. We might also be looking at the private repo gate redirect thing. If somebody's not logged in, it should force them to log. God damn. The construction outside is insane. I've actually gotten like very little sleep over the last bunch of days. But anyway, let me say hi to everyone. Lucas Itzy was first today. I believe that's your first, Lucas Itzy. How's it going, I Satisfied? Rollers, Beldothis, good to see you all again. MSR, how's it going? Chico Codes, we already said hi to. Michaela, who says first with Mop Sweat. I mean, close, but yeah. I forgot about stream and was peeing in math and logic. Wait, what? It reminds me of the, like, laughs in noun meme phrase, but peas in math and logic. I don't know, never mind. But anyway. Hey, what's up, Python? Hello, hello. What's up, Alien Rights Code? Do you remember the number I told you to memorize? Oh, I do remember you asking me to memorize a number. Oh, fuck, what was it? I don't remember the number. That was a really long time ago. My brain is telling me 53, but I don't think that's right. I can like visualize the message and when you sent it, but I'm not seeing the number. So I must have purged that bit. But yeah, anyway. Hey, what's up, Billiam? How's it going? Chica Codes at the pro tier, yeah. Render blah 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 blah. Wait, what? It's my first. Ooh, the PogChamp today is interesting. Interesting. My first, indeed. It took like 11 seconds for Lucas to type first. I was watching. Oh, it's 1527. We can actually verify this. Grab 1527 log star. Something took 1527 milliseconds. Anything to remember this number, I'll ask you it in 5 streams. See, if it was 5 streams later, I would have remembered it. But it's been like 50 streams, Python and I feel like that's not fair. But you're right, it was 1527. Ready to lurk for another stream? Sounds good, Billiam. Sassy Mindblower. That's such a good name. I love it. Welcome to the stream, Sassy Mindblower. It's no 1729, but still 1527. Yeah. Hey, what's up, James Boyne? How's it going? How are you doing today? All right, so I guess before we get started, I want to talk about some stuff that I did since last time, offline. So I did a bunch of work on pre-commit.ci, nothing that really impacts anyone, though. I upgraded all of my linters to be 3.8 plus, and basically what I did is pre-commit auto-update, change this to 3.8, change this to 3.8. This actually doesn't support 3.8 plus because there's no special trailing comma syntax for 3.8 plus. Oh, actually, I should write this down so I don't forget to do it. There's a new trailing comma thing in 3.9 that I don't think add trailing comma supports. Python 3. Pi 3.9 plus multi-width statements. Add support for trailing commas for this. With foo as bar, baz as womp. This one's gonna be tricky. I don't actually know how I'm gonna do this. Actually, this should be diff, and then I should put a minus here. Manually writing diffs in a issue comment. Oh, it turned out right. Good job, me. But yeah, I need to do that at some point. Enhancement. I mean, someone else could work on this. I don't. Might be kind of tricky though. NoSQL Know-How! Thank you for the resubscription with Prime 2 months in a row and 5 total. Good to see you again. How are y'all doing today? We will actually be working with Dynamo later today, a little bit. I need to backfill a table with this feature that I'm adding, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what I need to do. But yeah, we'll be looking at that. James Wayne says, such a big to-do, but still no chat with chat on it. Wait, what? Still no chat with chat on it. I'm confused. I'm not sure. But anyway. But yeah, greetings, NoSQL Know-How. Good to see you. Doing a bunch of work that doesn't impact anyone seems like my job. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I do. What do you mean by backfill a table? My model is missing a data point that I need to implement a feature, so I'm going to add that field. I'm going to update items over a bunch of things in a loop. And put sleeps in between so I don't exhaust all of my read capacity units. I'm just answering a DM. Use batch writes. Ooh. Well, of course that's not gonna help me. The way I've done before is just like simple for loop. Oh yeah, batch write item. Yeah, I think. Does this allow you to do update item? I forget. Delete request, put request. No, it only allows puts and deletes. So I'm probably just gonna do loop with update item. I don't really care about performance, and the number of items is like 500, so it's not a big deal. Actually, let's see. Yes, DynamoDB describe table attributes, table name, badges, attributes, or attribute names. Why don't I have this memorized? All? Let's see. Oh, fuck, it's not that one. Describe. Is it just describe table? Maybe it's just describe table. Badges. Is it badge? What is the actual? No, it's statuses. That's what the table is called. Nope, that's not it. Is it? Command. Hey, what's up, Christiansen? Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Let's see. Batch get items, create table, describe limits, describe table, replication, no. List tables, put item, restore from back at scan, transact, untag, update, no. Batch write, create, delete, describe, endpoints, global table settings, table. Global tables, list tags, query, restore tag. The fuck is the option? There's like something that shows table capacity, number of items. Maybe it's part of this command. Whoops, just pressed the wrong button. No. I just don't want to open up the console. It would have been faster to open the console at this point. Oh, what is it called? Anyone know what the what the thing is called? Am I using the wrong subcommand? No, it's Dynamo DP. Oh no, but anyway, I was gonna show you that there's only like oh wait, it says item count right here. Never mind. This is the right command. So if we do profile prod, we can see that there are 576 items to update. So this won't take that long to backfill. I can even bump the write capacity during that as well. But anyway, that's one thing that we will probably need to do as part of private badges today. Drunk Tombat says, why do I need version 2012-0701 in my S3 bucket policy? I don't know specifically, but I think that's when the IAM policy API was changed slightly. And that just denotes the schema version, which is useful if you're doing, you know, version schemas for stuff. Presumably there are people that have, you know, IAM policies from before that with a different schema, and that was probably a change of that. This list of follower imports has a trailing comma. Wait, what? Merge conflict after following. Oh no. Hey, what's up, 26 variable? Hello, hello. Good to see you. Did I press button? I did press button. Okay, we're not gonna work on this today, but this is something that I want to get done at some point and add trailing commas so that we can have trailing commas everywhere. Recently updated this to support async defs, which I had just forgotten about for some reason. Did I document it? I didn't document it. Oh well. That's fine. Okay, yeah, but the stuff that I did last time, I upgraded to Python 3.8 Plus. So what I did for that is I upgraded these from 3.6 to 3.8, and I'm now doing add import from future import annotations. So now this annotations feature flag is enabled in all of my files. And so now I can use nice things like the new PEP 604 optional syntax. So this is the optional syntax. We can also find the PEP. What number is that one? 585? At 585? Yeah. PEP 85 annotations as well. But yeah, I updated all of the pre-commit.ci repositories, so I deployed, I don't know, 10 or so repositories yesterday. Hey, what's up, Preox? Hello, hello. No single know-how says, AWS does not really deprecate things, so the old version of the policy is still valid if you tell the tool to do it. That's why the version is at the top, to declare explicitly. Yeah, that makes 100%. Hey, what's up, Pythonic Pie? Hello, hello. Is that why AWS has 300 or so tools now? I mean, AWS keeps adding more and more services to satisfy different requirements for stuff. I think that's unrelated to the, like, I guess, maybe they are related. 300 was last week. Yeah, it's probably like 400 or 500 now, right? They're at 400 now, yeah. Yeah, so the idea behind this is we currently have web data repo. So we have this repo thing which has these current attributes right now, and what I want to add to this is a field that will be a secret value. I mean, secret to some extent, and That way, when somebody accesses, we actually have to do two things here. We need to add a secret value here to know whether this is to be able to match up against a badge URL, and we also need to go to data statuses. This status is currently just has this one string and the key in it. And I have to add whether this is private or not. So we have to, I think we have to do like 5 rollouts to make this work. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Introducing AWS. Manage your AWS experience with the managed AWS service. I mean, that's kind of what the CDK is in a way. Preax says, what's really funny is looking through 300 plus tools and finding the groups of them that all do the same thing. Some people are still in SimpleDB. What is SimpleDB? AWS SimpleDB. I don't even know that I've heard of SimpleDB. How available NoSQL data store? Huh, so it's kind of like DynamoDB. Interesting. My guess is that the current implementation of both are backed by the same store. But interesting. I didn't know there was another another one. Complicated DB win. Warrior Giggles says, what is the syntax in the repo class where it looks like a dictionary but without the curly braces? Yeah, so those are type annotations, these here. And I have a good introduction to them. Check out the second link that just got linked in chat, and that will hopefully lead you down the right path there. Yours has like 105 days. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what DocumentDB is. DocumentDB is not a fork of MongoDB. It uses no code. Oh, it probably has a similar API though. Or I would guess it has a similar API. Hey, what's up, Numerai? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Okay, so let's start by updating the status, which actually involves. Actually, can I do this in one batch? I think I can do this in one. I think I can cheese this a little bit because the reading code here. Oops. Web data status. The reading code doesn't actually care about the shape of this object beyond that it has a status key. So I think I can just quickly add private to the runner part, because the runner knows whether it's public or private or not. But that's in a different service. So let's go to the runner service. Runner data status. Interesting. We put these other fields in here, but I don't know that they're actually used. But what we're going to do, set repo status, runner worker set repo status. This line is already pretty long. Do we have private in here? Oh, we don't. Oh. How do we not know that this is private or not? I wonder if we send it in this blob. Oh, that might make this a 9 change patch instead. We might need to pass more data along. Let's see. Web handler NQ. Do you send private? You don't. Damn. Okay. Oh, this. Oh, it's part of the run. I don't really want to query. Okay, well, we can pass that along. Okay, so let's start by doing that first. NQ. So we need to add private in here. Private, data repository, private. We need to do the same thing for the other NQ call down here. Private. Okay, so let's try that. Git commit dash m pass whether the run is from a private repo alone. That way we can access it in our queue. DynamoDB is compatible with most of the MongoDB API. Most Mongo clients work seamlessly with it. Oh, interesting. Interesting. My Satisfied says, I just realized you did a video on typing before the intro. Before the intro? Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was before I realized that I was like, oh wait, I can talk about like a million different things with typing. So yeah, that's why there's a few typing videos before the actual first video there. But yeah. Oh, we have a question on the GitHub. How to execute a bash script command after clone and before setup install. We need to run a bash script during pre-commit install of a Python language hook. The script installs a numeric version in a file that should be executed after git clone and before setup install. Tags a numeric version in a file and should be executed after git clone. I think the only git hook that helps you with that is post checkout. Does pre-commit have support for post checkout? It does. It looks like pre-commit already supports that hook. Precommit.com post checkout. Oops. As for directly after git clone, the only way to hook into that is via init, via git templating. For instance, usage with init templater. Oh. That's kind of wonky. I wonder if there's a way to make this show up from the margin? I hate this. I bet I can make it wiggle. Replace where it would wiggle? Maybe, no, actually I don't think I can wiggle. That's kind of bad though. Is this a default zoom? Oh, it doesn't have a default zoom, but it probably happens in this responsive. Where did that go? Yeah. Oh well. Oh well. It's hard to be perfectionist. Let's see. Question. We need to run a bash script during pre-commit install of a Python language hook. The script tags a numeric version in a file and should be executed after git clone before setup install. I'm not 100% sure what you're asking, but maybe this answers it? Question mark? So I don't know. Where do you work? Say where you work. Anyway. The answer says, I just recorded a 20-minute video for university on no fucking audio in the OBS scene. Oh no, I've done that too. Monday Stuff says, somebody at Unity is a fan. I found a link to one of your videos in a recent PR for the ML Agents project. Yeah, I know who it is. I know who's a fan. It's Chris Alien. Yeah, actually, yeah, helped them with this this exact patch to make this work better. But yeah, indeed. I used to work with Chris at Lyft. Chunk Timeline says, I just realized how tilted your keyboard is. I thought it was like 10 to 15 degrees. Yeah, it is. It's 15 degrees. 15? Yeah, it's only 15. Which is a lot. That's a lot of degrees. Jamin1974 says, would it be possible if somebody could help me with a small problem, please? Bang question. Oh, you did eventually say, okay. James White says, wait, we can use Pipegrade to do the fancy OR instead of Unionary? Yep, we implemented that on stream a couple streams ago. Actually, 2 weeks ago now, I think, something like that. James says, I have a text file with the start and end time of audio tracks in the format number, well, paren, number, tab, number, paren. It's in seconds on its own line. There's a further 7 entries in the text file. I need to convert these seconds using datetime.time delta. I think there's a respective minute representations. Not sure whether to append the new format to the old file or create a new file and store the new converted values. I need to maintain the original layout format of start and end time on the line only and append to each line. I already have managed to parse the file and convert the text file to a list of converted values. Yeah, it sounds like the hard part is parsing. I would probably, I would write a script to make a new file first, just so that you don't destroy your data in the process of investigating. But it sounds like you would just write a new file with the old data and then another tab field after it. You could probably also use the CSV module to generate a tab separated values file. Maybe something like that. Alana says, does pre-commit support post-checkout? Said the guy who literally created pre-commit. You know, there's so many get hooks at this point that I have... I don't remember which ones are and aren't supported. Because there's commit, merge commit, push, prepare commit message, post-checkout, post-commit, and this fake manual stage. And some of these I didn't write, so some of these were contributed by the community, so... I don't know. That was past Anthony, future Anthony needs docs. I mean, I could have... I was pretty sure that post-commit was implemented, but not all of them are implemented, so it's possible that that was one of the ones that hasn't been done yet. Past Anthon greater than future Anthon, I guess. Antonia? Tony? Tilly is the best version of Anthonk I've seen so far. Oh yes, the Femanth. This is a pretty good one. Hey, what's up, CS Tech? Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Senpaz, good to see you. How's it going? Cyber Benny. Hello, hello. Michaela, thank you for the host. Bang Christian, yeah. Hey, what's up, Oscar Allen? Python Pie says, just got paged. Look like AWS ALBs are having issues in US East 1. Uh-oh. I'm in US East 1. Am I down? Oh, it seems like I'm still up. Okay. But yeah. Welcome, CS Tech. I'm trying to speak Polish. Programowash? I don't know how to pronounce the C. I also don't know any Polish, so I'm probably just gonna do this really poorly. If Sarcastic Dante is here. Sarcastic Dante is Polish. Hey, what's up, Sassy Mindblower? Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Saw you here earlier. Really fun name. Okay. But yeah, looks like we need to add this. Let us deploy this, make sure we don't break anything, and go from there. Lambda build. Oh, another thing that I have on my to-do list is this one's really easy, so I'm probably not gonna do it right now. Remove the second attribute from PCI lambda.json. So I have this little little bit of data that my deploy scripts use to figure out what to deploy. And they have a name, and this is the lambda name, and then they have a top level, which is the folder structure. But I'm pretty sure all of these are the same now. Let's see. All repos, grep, dot in PCI lambda.json. Yeah, unupdater, unupdater, unupdater periodic, unupdater periodic. Emails, emails. Update install, update install. Update session, web, web. So at some point I'll go through and clean these up because I don't actually need this second thing anymore because all of the namespaces are the same now. Sassy Mindblower says, I'm due to apply to colleges this year to major in computer science. Nice! Well, good luck with applying there. I don't know, college applications are... I feel like they're much easier than, like, well... They're much more well-defined than job interviews are. God, it's been so long since I've applied to colleges. Like... 20... No, not 20 years. 12 years? 11 years, something like that. Holy shit! Yeah, it's been a long ass time. It's like 2008, 2009, somewhere around there. I don't know. Work on most of it is like having compelling, you know, admissions essay. You know, demonstrating you know what you're doing. Have a decent high school GPA. Have decent test scores, and like that's all you can really hope for. Um, oh, as for like doing work in CS in school, um, man, I think my best advice is like school is like kind of useful for CS classes, but I would try and work on stuff in your free time, just because you're gonna get better experience building your own software than doing normal theoretical CS. Like do practical stuff, build your own projects, work on open source. I think that's probably the best advice I can give. Oh, this program. I mean, I could have guessed that. It's a cognate. You use Ubuntu? Indeed, kind of. Do CS classes involve programming? Most of the time. Sometimes they don't. CS Tech says you could make a command line in BAT. Yes, I could. Would you be able to make a command line in BAT? Sure, I've done that before. Bash is not fun to write, though. 2009, such a youngin. Old coding guy tells kids to get off his lawn. Prax says, applying, did community college, and call it a day. Yeah, community colleges are much easier. I mean, sign your name on a piece of paper and you're in, essentially, right? Belada says, Anthon, do you have any tips or tricks to negotiate your work contract? I've been thinking about this for some time, and I've been feeling that there's some fishy things going on lately, so what do you recommend? Yeah, so, depending on the company that you apply to, a lot of companies are switching to more of a data-driven and narrow salary banded salary-based thing, and for those there's not really much you can do to negotiate, where they essentially have a formula that takes number of years of experience, your engineering level, and spits out a number between some band, and you don't really have much say or much negotiation there. Stripe is one example of those types of companies where they just generate a number for you. That said, many companies, Lyft is a good example of a company that doesn't really have hard bans, and negotiation is a very useful tactic to making a lot more money. My general advice for negotiating is, well, first, like, know your rights. In certain states, particularly in California, you have a right as a applicant to ask for the salary bands for the position that you're applying for, and a company legally has to provide those to you. So you can gain as much information about what they could potentially pay you just by asking for it. The main advice that I give is to never tell a number first. So always get the company to give you an offer first, and then ask for something more. Always ask for something more than that. Because in any company that has variable salaries, they don't care what they pay you. Like you're a line item in a spreadsheet. It doesn't really matter what they're gonna pay you, and you can often move up from there. Yeah, I think that's most of it. I'm probably not the best at like describing this, but it's a bit of a game of chess. Like, kind of whoever speaks first loses, and you got to be good at having a straight-faced answer to say, like, I'm looking for a competitive offer for the skills that I possess and the position that I'm applying for, and essentially leave it at that and get them to say numbers first. The other thing is to look around at things like, was it levels.fyi? Yeah, so look around at levels.fyi, know approximately what you would be ranked at. So like, say I was a staff engineer at Google, for instance, this is the salary and bonus that I would expect from Google with salary and stock. If I worked at Facebook at, probably at E6 or whatever, this is what I would expect from Facebook at that, particular band in salary. And a lot of these also have data points. You can drill into these and see if their React would ever load. Maybe it's Angular, that's why it's so slow. Come on, show the individual data points. This chart right here is the most helpful part of this entire fucking thing. Maybe it's never gonna load. Refresh. I hate that that's the answer to things. There we go. So you can see box plots here, and they have years of experience and years at company kind of values here, so you can kind of get an idea of what sort of things people are making. So know your worth, know what you should be getting paid for stuff, and use that to your advantage. Now note that for startups versus mega companies, they're gonna pay a lot differently. A lot of startups can't afford these 200K per year salaries, and so you are going to necessarily trade off cash for other ways of compensation, potential equity. Now granted, equity in a startup is a gamble. It's you're essentially betting that the company will be successful and that's going to pay off in the long run, so you kind of have to figure out your way through that sort of thing. But yeah, figure out what's going to make you happy, figure out what you're worth, and don't speak a number first. If you're forced to speak a number first, pick a really, really large number, or pick a number that's based on the data that you can get from these sorts of websites. And yeah, I guess that's my advice there. But anyway, good question. Yeah. Best coding advice, watch an Anthunk video. Senpal says, isn't bad outdated even for Windows already? PowerShell is pretty okay. Yeah, most new scripting is done in PowerShell. But yeah. Miguel says, I hope I get a job for doing my community college stuff. Jobs, future, scare. Yeah, jobs are scary. Yeah. If you're gonna be coder and when you go to get your first real job, they're going to look at your GitHub repos, your commits, etc. They look at the quality of your code too. So anything is correct. Code your own stuff too. Fun projects, etc. Yeah, 100%. Imagine paying for college. This message was brought to you by EU King. Right? Hey, what's up, GDTU? What you doing? Oh, we were in the middle of deploying, weren't we? Oh, I didn't actually deploy, did I? Scripts, lambda deploy. So this will deploy to development. Well, my pseudo staging environment, and then we'll trigger a run here just to show that things work. Once this finishes, didn't drop frames. I have properly set my thing to limit my upload bandwidth, so I don't drop frames in the middle of this. I really need to automate this. This will be part of my continuous deployment stuff, but I haven't done that yet. So let's see. This should, I mean, if it got to this point, it's already going to pass. Also want to do one on pull requests since we changed both of those parts of code. Nope, not that. I want to edit the file. And we'll put some trailing white space there. This should be done by now. And it is. Okay, so that the branch worked fine. Let's see about the pull request one. Looks like it correctly failed. And then pushed. And then this should have run. Okay, cool. So that's all working well. So now we can go to the runner and read that new. Oh, we actually have to deploy prod too. Deploy and prod. So we'll put that in prod as well. Okay, so that's our first first of many pushes today. It's push one. This text says in Poland, television's on strike and there's no channel because they want to introduce a tax. Interesting. Sexy Mindblower says, I'm applying for a web dev internship later this year. Hope that'll make an impact, although I'm hoping to go into backend AI and robotics. Yeah, internships are also a good way to get a job eventually as well. Will you dance if you drive a 20K boat? What? What does that mean? I don't have a boat. Oscar says, basically, know your worth as a dev. Indeed. Michaela says, Jesus Christ and heck. Wait, what? Monday's Dusk says, if they ask you first the salary you want, simply ask for the salary bands in that moment. Yeah, 100%. Numbers depend on location too. Yeah, it's true. Miguel says, I just want this minimum cost of living wage for my city, which is like 24. You can make so much more than 24K a year as a software dev, even for like, you know, tiny startup or you know, Midwest software company. Like you can easily make at least triple or quadruple that, even at entry level. So aim bigger than that, Michaela. Dirt Zitnusk says, wow, it's huge. Indeed. As for what you're worth, not what you can get by on. Yeah, exactly. Hey, what's up, M2Dev.net? Hello. Oh, and never work for free. That's another point, Michaela. Never work for free. I mean, it's illegal in most places, but also like, you can always get paid for what you're doing. I guess unless you're doing open source, and then you're shit out of luck. MTDevNet says, I made a quick diagram of the image lambdas we were talking about today. Decide to break them up. Ooh, cool. Is this an MS Paint drawing? Oh, why didn't that load? Oh, this is... Oh, right. You have your fancy diagramming software. I forgot about this. This is nice. This is good looking. Let's see. Upload. Put object pubs to message queue. Lambda. Is there a way to use... Actually, I don't know if you need a queue in between these two. I think you can just invoke Lambda directly from S3, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Here. This is cool though. New image handler. Oh, I see. Okay, so you have separate buckets for the processing part. That's cool. Nice. Yeah, this looks cool. I like this. You could probably do this all with one Lambda instead of having all of these parts here. But yeah, seems legit. Cool. I like it. Omro says, are those for real 2 keyboards? I mean, it's 1 keyboard but split in half, and yes, it is for real. But says, thanks for the advice. Speaking more about renegotiating my own contract to have better terms. Ooh, that one is tricky because you're already an employee. Sexy Mind Blower says, I recently introduced my friend to Ubuntu, and now he says I spoiled Windows for him. Oh, that's pretty good. I mean, I'm technically on Windows, but yeah, I feel ya. I don't have a video about my setup yet. I can show you a little image of it though. Hey, what's up? I'm Ralph. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing fine. But yeah, this is the bit that I stream. This is where I keep chat. This is where I keep OBS. This is where I keep my stream dashboard. I've got a Firefox window over here. I've got my Streamlabs over here, and this is iTunes, which is what I use to listen to music when I'm not streaming. But yeah, this is my setup. Yeah. Okay, this succeeded. Oh, we already looked at that. Okay, cool. Hey, what's up, Bar Litchfield? Hello. Good to see you. Party says, hey, Anthony, how do you enjoy your new workplace? I haven't started yet. I start 2 weeks minus 2 days from now. So 12 days from now. You're right, I am out of water, Belt Office. I am super early out of water today, which is a little weird. Let me catch up on chat, and then I will go fill it up. Hey, what's up, Snurlippery? Snurlippery? Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Doing push-ups today. Wait, what? Link to the status.alias.amazon.com page 100 times in Slack. A job well done. Instant result. Nice. The Jesus Christ and hack was about those insane ad sellers, like the 560K stuff was WTF. That's not that unusual, to be honest. But yeah. Focus on your schooling, learn how to learn. There has never been a better time in IT to get a remote job. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. Good call there, senpais. You want to queue in case the lambda fails so you can pick the message back up later. So, yeah, but there's dead lettering for lambda, so you can do that without it. But yeah, it's true, it's true. You can have a dead letter SNS or dead letter SQS for lambda, if I recall correctly. This graphic is weird. Why are you sending stuff to Half-Life? Wait, what? Where's... What? I don't know. Also gonna know how says I've been working remote for over 10 years for various companies. I now live on a farm on an island in the Pacific Northwest, a few hours north of Seattle. You can make work. Nice. Jason White says, how should you order args to functions like positional args, keyword only, positional with defaults? Not sure where the positional args with defaults go before or after the normal positions. Yeah, I actually go over that in... is it this? Parameter types? Did I get the right video? Yeah, check out this video. At the end of this video, there is a function which contains every single type of argument at the same time. So you can see what it is in that. Squirrel. Might be able to replace one of those lambdas with a replication policy. It's true. These ones says had 3 blue screens back to back on Windows, so close to uninstalling. Yeah, that makes sense. The boss says to use Winget on Windows, have a good bunch of recipes there already. I actually don't really use Windows for development, so I have not tried the new Windows package manager at all. iTunes, what is this, 2004? It works. I keep using it. It's so bad though. They do all of their computation in the UI thread, so anytime that I open or like change a file or it has to read from disk or something, like the entire window gets blocked, and it's literally the only piece of software on my computer that lags, which is amazing. How is this setup even ergonomic? I got an ergonomic keyboard at least. It's fine, it works for me. Bugger Rob says, what team are you on at Stripe? The team is called Foundation. I'm going to be working on Python infrastructure, which is a brand new space for Stripe. Trying to kind of shape the roadmap for that stuff, and yeah, I'm excited to work on that. Wait, you're going to get paid now? It's true. It's true. I will be getting paid soon. So you're done with the first push of the day. That's why I said we were doing push-ups. Ah, I see. Yeah, we're probably gonna end up having like 10 or so pushes today. It's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be nuts. Loving the stream and advice so far? Yeah, no problem. Mr. Wormhole says, Jesus Christ! What? What's going on? What's wrong? Google/wire. Can't find a robust dependency injection solution in Go. Yeah, Go's not really built for that. Doesn't really work out so well for that. Dennis says, hey Anthony, what do you think is a suitable measure for a monitor of regular use such as programming or casual games? Do you mean like size, screen resolution, refresh rate, color depth? I mean, I mostly go for I mostly prioritize screen resolution and refresh rate personally. But yeah, Anthony reads chat. Okay, we're so close to being able to fill up my water. Is there a dependency injection package in Python where A needs B, B needs C, and C needs A? I mean, you have a cycle there, so that wouldn't really work. I'm sure there is, but like, you would have to have some partially initialized object at some point to solve that dependency cycle. I actually don't like dependency injection frameworks myself. I find that they make, I mean, they're nice when they work, but when they break, oh, it's a fucking nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare. I just want Spring Boot dependency injections. Yeah, I don't know. Quick, type faster, he's catching up. No! I need to fill up my water at some point. What does Python infrastructure mean? They have Python code and need a better infrastructure. They have infrastructure code in Python. It's infrastructure code for Python developers, essentially. Okay, I'm gonna go fill up my water. I will be right back. We'll see you in a bit. All right, we're back. Okay, so the thing that I want to work on now, we have private in the SQS event now, so I can pick it up in the runner worker process item. So we need to grab private equals data private, and we need to pass this in the set repo status function, which I am going to make these all named arguments because I think there are too many of them now. Yeah. So we're going to do service equals service, repo name, branch equals branch, state equals state, repo ID equals repo ID, run ID equals run ID, and private equals private. Also, this will prevent us from having a Boolean trap API here as well. Status, set repo status. We're going to make these all named arguments, and we're going to have private as bool, and we're going to put private bool into this. Private, private. Let's see what my bias to say here. Unfortunately, this is, wait, unexpected keyword argument repo name. Unexpected keyword argument state. Oh, it's status and repo. I guess they have different names then. Runner worker set repo status. This should be repo and status. I don't know why I have a different name for state and status. Maybe I have another variable called status in here. Let's see, status. Nope. So we are just going to rename this to status. Status equals status. Set status for branch. Why is this called state here? Whatever, fuck it. This should make my pie happy though. Okay, that looks good. Oh, this takes forever to deploy. We should batch changes. Are there any other changes I want to make to the runner right now? To do. Let's see. I could do this. No, let's focus on one thing at once. Yeah, let's focus on one thing at once. Do I need any other information in here? No. I think I just need to set private in there. Okay. Set private in repo branch status. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is gonna take a while to build and deploy because this builds a full AMI. It's gonna take like 6 minutes. Build AMI python-m scripts.deploy get parse head. I still haven't fixed this deploy script. Oh man, there's so much. There's so many things to do. Never enough time to do them all. Hey, what's up, Rubik's 3x3? Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Show water. There you go. See, it's full. Mila says, I didn't get the Python infrastructure explanation well. Too much wine, I guess. Yeah, so the idea is Stripe is mostly Ruby and Scala right now. They are looking to build out some Python code for developers to write Python, and I will be working on a team which provides infrastructure and tooling for those developers. So that's what I mean when I say Python infrastructure. And a lot of that, the cool thing is a lot of that is going to be, open source software that I specifically wrote and maintain in open source. So we're going to be able to, I'm going to be using a lot of the software that I've already written for making people's lives better. So which will be cool. Imagine not using an IDE. I mean, I don't have to imagine it. I live that life, Amro. How do we do type hinting in Python? If you explains typing MyPy. Check out the second video, I think, if I recall how the search works. Yeah, check out this second video here, where I go over the introduction to Python and typing in MyPy. So it's a pretty good rundown of how it works. Grok says, want me to go ahead with that issue track to update the variable names for future you? No, I mean, we updated one of them, it's fine. I'm gonna leave it like that. Since which version? I'm still at 3.8. So the typing module was new in 3.5, but the type annotation syntax was new in Python 3. However, there is a Python 2 way to do type annotations as well. If you're on 3.8, you're way ahead of the game, and you can use almost all of the features. So Python keeps changing every time I try and develop something. Yeah. Yeah, it has changed quite a lot. I agree with that. Yeah. Sempo says you can annotate Python code with comments. You can annotate functions. Return value since 3 for variables. Variables is 3.6, and the typing module is 3.5. But yeah, indeed. Most of the students are not aware of property, static, class method stuff, and f strings. That's why I've made video about all of them. Jason White says, how do you type stars just to stir as if all the arguments are strings? So I actually have a video on that one. That one's really hard to search for because it has special characters in it though. So I'm just going to search here. Star args, yeah. So, well, maybe if I just do, let's see, explains typing args, quargs. Is that gonna find the video? Yeah. So this video goes over it. In the current version of MyPy, well, actually, there's an extension that's implemented. Okay, so the current accepted typing peps, there's no way to customize these. They have to be a uniform type, so you can only type one of the values, which leads to quargs almost always being :any to forward names along. Hey, what's up? ADEC, QZ, Commander Shift, and Jogger Past Chomp. Thank you all for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Bang still IDE, yeah. Hey, what's up, Boris? Hello. Change is good. Embrace change. Yeah, I agree to some extent until we talk about the match statement. You guys want to talk about the match statement while this deploys? Hey, what's up, Balbobono? Hello. Good to see you. What are you working on today? We're working on pre-commit.ci. We're trying to do a few more little things to make private runs work. Actually, while this is deploying, let's build a copy of Python that supports the match statement. I can show you some of the weird things that I've found so far. I like how the TTS says my P. Ethan, thank you for the resub. 12 months in a row and 20 total. Damn. Appreciate your long-term and continued support. It's always good to see you. Ethan, who maintains MyP. I should have done depth 1. MyP. I love that. But yeah. Speaking about numeri, so speaking about MyPy, I recently learned about PyType today. Is someone using it? Yeah, there's like 4 different type checkers. It's one by there's MyPy, there's the Microsoft one, there's the Google one, there's the Facebook one. Actually, Microsoft has 2 of them now, don't they? There's also the one used by PyCharm. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of implementations of Python type checkers. MyPO, no. Bong TTS. Yeah, TTS deserved it. Did type hinting syntax come from Rust or TypeScript? So it existed before both of those things ever existed. So the MyPy syntax existed before Rust was a language and before TypeScript was a language. But yeah, okay, so let's get remote, and I think I actually needed a full clone because I need to grab their branch. Damn it. Oh, I can do get clone. I can use my clone here. And then get remote set URL origin. This will save me some time. Get fetch origin head. That's January 24th. Okay, that's more like it. Okay, so let us grab. Is it in this browser? No, it's in this browser that I have the link to this pull request so that we can run the match statement. Let's see if there's any updates to this since I last looked at it. Nope. Okay, so we gotta add this guy's remote. C Python get fetch this guy. And then get checkout Patma, and then configure prefix equals quid prefix make -j5 install. And we will put that in the background tab so that it doesn't cause the the stream compression to go all wacky. AWS is working on their own type checker as a service. Before end of year, they'll have 32 type checkers. Yeah, that would be that wouldn't be surprising. Technically, it would be Ethan's P. God damn it, Beldavis. Python Pie says, what's the deal with pattern matching Python? I don't think I like this. Yeah, we'll see. So it's... How do I put this nicely? I feel like the community for the longest time has been like, man, it'd be really nice to have a switch statement in Python. And the heavy functional programming people are like, switch statement, that's baby talk. Let's have full pattern matching. And then a few core devs were like, wait, we can't have pattern matching because the syntax is too complicated. Let's rewrite the syntax, the parser, so that we can have new fancy syntax. And then they rewrote the parser, and now they're adding match, which is the full-blown like FP pattern matching thing. And it's complex, and it's very different from a lot of the other Python syntax. I'm going to show you a few examples that I pulled together while poking at this with my friend, who actually does some functional programming. So I was mostly bouncing ideas off him, like, hey, is this normal? Is this how you expect this thing to work? I don't really expect it to work this way, but perhaps you do. Okay, so now we should have a prefix. Yeah. Okay, so if I make a virtual env, vm-p prefix bin Python. Did I release this video yet, or is this one that's coming up soon? Oh, it's not released yet. Virtualenv from CPython source. This will be in a couple days. We'll have that video. Oh, speaking of funny videos, I was on HackerOne the other day, and I was trying to change my notifications because they sent me someone has invited you to their bug bounty thing like 2 or 3 times a day, and I was like, please stop. So I found this fun little slider here, and when you slide it, every increment it sends a post request to the backend server. And if you hit the rate limit, you get a bunch of like red lines. And I thought this was hilarious. But anyway, some good software gore there. But anyway, yeah. Okay, so now we got a virtualenv of this. If we look at Python version, we're 3.10 alpha 5 plus, and this supports the match statement. So let me grab some of these examples that I have. Let's just start with the first basic example. And my text editor, of course, is not going to support syntax highlighting for this. Let's just say, so this is the like very simple switch example, which you might imagine like having a switch statement for. So let's do like case 0, print I got 0, case 1, print I got 1, case underscore I got something else. So this is the very most basic case. The underscore is kind of like a placeholder value. Interestingly, this is actually a new keyword. Oh, the bot is dead? You said pattern matching and it was like, nope, I'm out of here. Fuck this noise. Okay, I think the bot's back now. Try typing. Okay, yeah, it's back. Okay, so this is like the very basic case. For weird reasons that I don't understand, this underscore is treated differently than the underscore variable name. So this means this is a new pseudo keyword in Python. I kind of expect this will change by the time they're done implementing this, because this seems weird to me, and maybe not a good precedent. But anyway, let's just start with this normal case. This is straightforward. There's nothing about this that's surprising. It should print I got 1. If we run this, it does indeed print I got 1. Now, the next case that I thought was weird, if we have another case like this, let's actually remove this case 1, just to make this a little bit confusing. If I change this one to case obj, I got obj. So this is right where my functional programming pattern matching knowledge just falls off, because this surprised me a lot. But I guess once you see this, you kind of understand the rule. Hey, what's up, Tech at 14? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. So what I would expect this to do is to not print anything at all. Because it doesn't match 0 and it doesn't match 2. So I'd expect this to not print anything at all. But what this actually does is it calls this block here. So what this is it's a name capture that matches everything. And the reason, and so I'm shadowing this variable just to make it intentionally confusing. If I put wat here, it also does the same thing. And it actually assigns the match value here into this capturing variable. So if we put this and do wat equals, you'll see that we get, wat equals 1. So that's the first, okay, this is a little bit weird. The next one that the next example that I have is only kind of weird from a code linter perspective. So this is a extended example of this. This is matches a list that has Baz as the first item and assign the second item to X. That's what this syntax does here. This is matches the first item is foo and assigns the second item to Y here. And it's getting really hard for type checker or for static analysis checkers to say oh, X is assigned here and only in this branch is X assigned. So if you try and reference X down here, it's going to be hard for them to know that this is always a name error in this particular case. So I already see the PyFlakes bug report that someone's going to open about like, oh, PyFlakes should have known that this was a problem. And it's like, well, PyFlakes doesn't know how to do branch analysis. So this was going to be tricky. This one always name errors. Because what happens here is foo matches this case. Well, first it doesn't match this case, so it tries the type, then it looks at the length, then it looks at the first item and says this doesn't match, and so it goes on to the next one. And then it tries the length, they're the same, then it tries, or I guess first it does type, so first it says it's a list, cool. Next it tries, the first item, those match, and so then it assigns bar to y, and then it runs this block, and since x was never defined, it skips, it errors here. Of course, if I remove this, you'll see that we get foo bar, like you would kind of expect. Another thing that I thought was weird, but this kind of makes sense if you understand like the unpacking rules in Python. If you have a list, but you pattern match it as a tuple, this just works. Tuples and lists match interchangeably. So if we run this Python 3t.py, you'll see that works. What else do we get? Oh, there's now dictionary unpacking in Python. I tweeted about this if you follow me on Twitter. You can unpack into a dictionary. So this is like a really, really janky dictionary unpacking operator. Whereas like it would be nice if they had just implemented normal dictionary unpacking like you get in TypeScript or JavaScript or any language that has decent folding matching. But yeah, so this is technically a very janky dictionary unpack. So this matches a mapping that has a key foo and then sets foo to the value of the key foo. And so after this block, either it has erased because it doesn't have a key foo, or you get thing assigned to it. So you can see that allows you to unpack a value there. And now this is where things get a little complicated. And this is where I think match actually shines really well from a functional programming standpoint, but the syntax for this I find is really confusing. So this is a way to implement switch on type in using the match expression. Also, I'm super far behind on chat. I will catch up after I get through this explanation. So what I've defined here is an animal class, and you can assign a name to it. So when you construct the animal class, it gets a name, whatever. I've also made two specific subclasses of this animal, one called dog and one called cat. I've constructed a set of animals. The cat's name is Jeff. The dog's name is Fred. Whatever, doesn't matter. Hey, what's up, Jared Bauer? Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Then I loop over all the animals, and I do a batch statement in here. And this syntax really irks me. First off, because this cat pren, this wouldn't succeed because the init requires a parameter. So this, in my mind, reading this code, that looks like an error. That looks like it's wrong. However, that's not what this cat pren actually means. Hey, what's up, ZBShoot? Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. What this cat pren actually means is match the type as cat, then look at the match parameters of the cat type and compare them to the empty tuple, which breaks my brain a little bit. But that's how this works. You could override the matching behavior of this, and the way you do that is by setting match args to some tuple. So you could do this, for instance. So then you could say like case animal Fred, and say print got Fred, or something like that. I think that's how this works. And so it will try and retrieve this name attribute when performing the match down here. And so this is no longer empty tuple. This is now a single tuple. There's an implicit like weird comma there, so it's not actually a tuple syntax. I don't know, it's really weird. But let's not do match args because I don't completely understand how it works. But yeah, this allows you to write a little switch on type here. So if we run this, you'll see we get meow, I am Jeff, woof, I am Fred, from this here. And oh, you can also explicitly bind names using the as keywords. That's also what I was demoing here. So if you need to bind the entire object from your match, I don't know why you would bind the entire object from your match, because presumably you already have this name and scope, so rebinding it doesn't make too much sense, but you can with the as keyword. And that's the current implementation of match. My opinions on this is like, man, a couple of the things that are demoed here would be really nice on their own, like mapping type unpackings, really nice. Simple switch would be really nice. But I think this is way too complicated, has way too many sharp edges, and like doesn't mesh nicely with Python. I don't think this match syntax is actually a good addition to the language. And in the same way that I thought Walrus wasn't a good addition to the language, so I made this Flake8 plugin. And I actually haven't advertised this at all yet, but through some like weird internet phenomena, already 13 people have found this and been like, yeah, this is a good idea. The thing is, this Flake8 plugin only works if you have a new enough Python, and since this match syntax hasn't been merged yet, you basically have to build this from source in order to run this plugin. But the plugin does work, so if I do pip install Flake8 match, and then I run Flake8 on that sample file here, of course, there's all sorts of other fucky stuff that... oh no! That I'm gonna have to fix in PyFlakes and PyCodeStyle at some point for this stupid syntax. Undefined name obj. So I guess it doesn't understand the assignments there. Interesting. So I'll have to add Flake8 for these, and PyCodeStyle for these. But anyway, I already wrote a Flake8 plugin which forbids them because I think it's a dumb feature. But anyway, that's my thoughts on PEP 634 and that sort of stuff. And yeah, this deployment finished, so we properly stalled through that. But yeah. Oh my god, I'm so far behind on chat. Oh my goodness. Okay. Do you ever use the fancy AI autocomplete like Kite or Timidine? I've tried Kite. It seems cool. They also had that huge data breach a while back, which makes me hesitant to use their services, but it's all local now, so it should be better. Shaz says hi. How's it going, Shaz? Sorry, I'm 13 minutes behind in chat. Oh, I'm so bad. Can I use Walrus operator with pattern match? I don't think you can. I think the expressions, the match expressions must be types, names, lists, tuples, or dictionaries. Oh, that was another weird thing that I noticed as well, is these are literals, so you should be able to match, like, you know, you can match number 1, you can match, let's actually just do a, what is it called? Match X. You could match, like, integers, you can match floats, you can match booleans. You can match, what other literals are there? Strings. You can match tuples, lists, etc. But for some reason, you cannot match the ellipsis. I think this is an oversight. I think this is an oversight. It currently just gives syntax error. My guess is this will probably get fixed by the time it launches. But yeah, I find this a little bit weird. But yeah, it only matches literals. Pattern matching is really cool aside from the Python syntax. Yeah. Why couldn't they just implement it through a decorator or something like single dispatch? Oh yeah, that's the other thing, is it performs really poorly. It can't really be optimized to be actual dispatch. It has to run each case linearly, so it's not optimizable like switches. Hey, what's up, Arrow Bounce? Hello, hello. Crack says, the way you explain it, what started out with a poor idea was just everyone saying, wait, we can do more. Yeah. What's your opinion on the new Google open source vulnerabilities? Which one are you talking about, Mila? Because Google has lots of open source vulnerabilities all the time. Is it their new blog post where they're like, man, open source maintainers should do better, and we're not going to pay them because we're shitty people? Because if so, yeah, that blog post, I read that and I was like, wow, Google is super tone deaf here. This is a really dickish thing for them to say. Time matching is really cool, and it has even nicer uses in dynamic languages like Erlang. Don't know if it fits in Python completely though, but hey, we'll see. I see it's like the switch case, kind of, but also not. Debounce, please. Huh. At least they say it's beta. I mean, it's been accepted, so it presumably will end up in the thing. Yeah, fix the bot. Neely says, you just mentioned bug bounties. I'm just reading about someone who got 30K out of Apple, PayPal, and Shopify, and 40 out of Azure. Yeah, so interesting thing about that vulnerability, Neely, is it's not new. that same idea has been around for years and years. It's also specifically why I designed... I actually find it really interesting that they mentioned Yelp in that article, because I designed the PyPI setup at Yelp to intentionally avoid that exact problem. So my guess is that things have lapsed a little bit since I've been there, but yeah, it's interesting. Underscore as match all is Rust-esque. I think that ML is... Yeah, so actually any name will match all, not just underscore, which I find a little weird. They describe this in the pet. Basically, foobar, and foobar are all equal and describe a sequence. Yeah, for sure. For sure. It just seems weird to just, magically treat all sequences as the same. Chica Code says, the solution is make pattern match available everywhere, not just in the match expression. Yeah, that would potentially make things better, but also make things way more confusing. What do you mean by fold/unfold? God, it's so far long at this point, I don't remember what I was talking about. I think I was talking about like unpacking and packing things. So like, you can do A, B equals 1, 2, and this will assign A and B to that. You can also do A, B equals 1, 2, and assign A and B like that. So I think that's what I was probably talking about. And again, like, because of the way the unpacking syntax works, it actually just converts the right-hand side into an iterable, and the left-hand side could be either a list or a tuple, but this actually doesn't end up being a tuple in the execution. It's only a tuple or a list in the syntax. And in fact, if you have a generator, yield 1, yield 2, you can also do, this to unpack A and B as well. You can have a generator for that as well. Ethan says, MyPy was created in 2017, Pet484 was created in 2014, Rust was created in 2010, so Rust is actually older. Interesting. But the syntax for type annotations was long before that, right? Python 3.0 release date. This was in like 2008, so yeah, this predates the annotations. The annotations predate the Rust syntax. By 2 years, at least. What code are you writing, Money Pigs? Oh, I was just explaining the match statement in Python. But if you do bang today, you can learn about what I'm working on. Can you rebind the literal, like, foo as first star rest? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it supports star. Let's try it. A, B, C... Case A, star rest, print rest. Let's see. You can. So I guess you can do star unpackings in there. That makes sense. It's a Bash Bunny. Hello, hello. When will he get to this message? Only 6 minutes behind. Ellipsis seems like a better suit for match all than the underscore. Yeah, I kind of agree. It also already exists. Hey, what's up, Robin? How's it going? Boings time, good to see you again. What kind of PyPI setup did they have at Yelp? So Yelp used this thing that my buddy Chris wrote. Presumably they still use it. It's called dump PyPI. The idea behind dump PyPI is you put a series of pre-built wheels into kind of an allow listed S3 bucket, and if you ever want to add new packages, you go through a vetting process and get them approved by some number of people, and then upload those to the internal PyPI. And all installations only use the internal PyPI. They never reach outside of the network. So that's how this works. Yeah. And so you can see like you have like a series of inputs here. You run dump.py, it generates some static HTML, and then you put Nginx or something in front of this static HTML, which is pretty cool. But yeah, dump.py, kind of nice. I'm at the new service website, osv.dev. Let's open this off screen in case you're trolling me with with W3 schools. Open source vulnerabilities. Why is this not different from like just normal CVE stuff? I don't know. I don't know anything about this. I have not read anything about that. James White says, any idea why this seb process doesn't work? Oops. Alright, command arc stir file as a file. You need a star here. You need to splat this into the string. Because right now you have a tuple that contains a tuple. What you really want is these arguments, then the splatted arguments, then the rest of this here. So you need to take this star also here. Because what this star does is it collects all the arguments, and then this variable becomes a tuple of strings. Yeah. Is match a new thing in Python? Yes. PEP 634 coming to 310. That 3107 was older, that's true. Indeed, indeed. But can you access bind A to a variable and use it in that branch? Oh, this? I don't know. This is how I would imagine the syntax to look. It does work. Oh god, the fuckery gets further. What happens if you do... What happens if you do this? Okay, that's at least invalid syntax. But I bet you can do this. Yeah, so you can do some weird stuff with this, I guess. Go generic proposal just got approved by the Golang team. Oh, cool. Hey, what's up, Hayden? How we doing? Did you use only one index for all teams? As far... If I remember, there were two. There was one for most of Yelp, and then there was one for the spam team. And the spam team stuff was all super secret, and like there were I think 10 people outside of the spam team that had clearage to like read their code and stuff, and it was basically like PCI compliance, but not PCI compliance, like internally enforced CPI compliance, PCI compliance. So I think they had a separate index, if I recall correctly. I don't know. It was a long time ago. Keep track of this count. How's it going? In programming, we don't make mistakes. We totally make mistakes. Damnish says, if you would find public API, use the data, would you get into legal issues? Depends what you're doing with that public data. Figure out how to not give invalid syntax errors anymore, just make the syntax work. Yeah, kind of true. Kind of true. Restarts and signatures. There's also this. I wonder if you can add type annotations this way. So Raymond tweets. It's probably safe. This is mostly for PyDoc. You can't add type annotations this way. But yeah, this is for PyDoc and inspect.signature. Funny thing, there's actually some of these text signatures that are buggy in a few modules in... Oh god, I don't even remember. I fixed one of them. Let's see if I can reproduce it, or if I can find the one I'm thinking of. But C extensions have to set this text signature such that inspection tools can figure out what their actual argument specs are, because they don't follow the normal Python argument spec setup. And I fixed one at some point. Yeah, fix default value signatures in the select module. So I think if I do Python 3.6 -m pydoc select, I think this crashes. Maybe it was 3.7 that they changed? 3. Huh. Maybe I am running a patch version of 3.8 that no longer has this bug. Yeah, when did this get merged? It got backported to 3.8, so presumably June. Yeah, I think this got included in 3.8.5. Oops, that's not what I wanted. It's the merge commit. Merge commit this. I'm gonna look at the tag. Tell me the tag it got included in. Well, we can figure it out. Git describe contains this 3.8.4. Yeah, so I'm running 3.8.5, so it doesn't have this bug. So anything before 3.8.4, between 3.8.0 and 3.8.4, the select module has buggy signatures in it. But yeah. Hayden says, been doing some Kubernetes. This has been a journey. Yeah, Kubernetes is a bit of a journey. It's a kinetic. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Okay. All right, so we've deployed this. Let me make sure that it works. How are we gonna make sure that it works? I guess we do a run and then peek at the database. Yeah, we can do that. So I'm actually just gonna close and reopen this. So we trigger just a single run. And then we will poke at it in the database. DynamoDB, where are you? Oh wait, we gotta merge it. It has to be a run on master. Run on master. We will give you more exclamation mark. Right, because you only update repo statuses for commits to the main branch. So, wow, that was fast. Okay, so now if I go to Dynamo, why is the whole card not clickable? That's annoying. Tables, statuses, there should only be one. Oh, I guess there's two in here. Oh, because I switched the branch names. Okay, so this should have private false. Okay, cool. So that's being propagated now. Now I need to backfill this value into all my tables. Yeah, so that this ends up with that. So let's write a little batch job for that. And then I can start reading the value in this repository. So the multi-stage rollout here is like populate the value, then backfill the value, then read the value. So that way I have 3 different steps to make this work. Hey, what's up? AA Alanin and Dabinish, thank you both for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Senpo says, you mentioned that pattern matching is slow compared to something. What is it compiled to? Does it have its own bytecode? Yes, it has its own bytecode. But the thing is, like, it can't be optimized is the problem. Like, it has to linearly check every single pattern. So it's not going to be faster than a series of if statements that do the equivalent code. What do you think about YAML code? Oh no, not the YAML. Git repo. Hope you download it. Well, this YAML is just super straightforward. Where's the nice token there? Presumably, oh, it's in chart. Yeah. Where's your actually complicated YAML? Oh, here we go. This seems fine. It's been a while since I've worked with Helm. Found that it was alright. But anyway, cool. Nice. I mean, it's YAML. YAML. This seems fine. I mean, I can't really know if it works without running it, because that's just how YAML works. At least it's not slower than if statements. Yeah, but, you know, they had the opportunity with Switch to make it faster than if statements. Because you could actually do, you know, O1 dispatch with if statement, or with switches. But it works all right. I'm deploying that right now. It's working great. Oh, cool. Nice. Perfect. Okay, so I need to write a little backfill thing. And let's see one that we did before. Delete historic backfill scripts. Let's find one of these that's simple. That one is quite complicated, so we don't need to do that one. This one looks simpler. Yeah, let's try this one. Backfill account ID. Git show this caret this. Script slash backfill status private.py. And we need to make sure that we are in AWS. We have dry run. We are going to scan the statuses table. And if private, oh, this should be status, if private in status, continue, skip all of the ones that are not private. I could do another thing where I just default private to false, but I'd rather have more sanity in my data structuring here. So if args.dry run would have added private false to, what is the index key? What's the key here? Status. Table and a hash key. Cool. Service repo branch. Oops. Yeah. Key. Else print adding private equals false to key kbstore dot update item in statuses and hash key equals key. Do you have a secondary key? No, you just have a hash key. Hash key. Man, I am acquiring a headache right now. I don't know why. Updates equals this. And we want to keep that nice sleep in there. Let me actually look at our configuration of this table and figure out what our current read-write capacity. Write capacity is 2. I could probably temporarily bump that up while I run this. Something like that, so that I don't overload my table. Kinetics says, I would like to be like you. Well, I mean, it's not impossible. I've been streaming on Twitch for about 2.5 years. I started as kind of a way to just work on open source and have a place to talk to myself and have a structured stream around that. And yeah, I've been doing that mostly on and off ever since. Yeah, entirely possible to get here. As in UK, how's it going? Popular in here today. Oh man, we have 106 viewers. That's crazy. Welcome everyone. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. Let's see, what did I say here? This was the question from earlier. Thanks for the quick reply. Yes, it does answer. The best, simplest workaround is to commit an invalid version file to the Hooks Git repository and skip the need for the bash script together. Ugly, but it works. I actually still don't understand what they're trying to solve, but presumably that helped them enough that they closed the issue, so ship it. Drugs. Besh Bunny says your stream is always so relaxing. Love it. I mean, I feel like I am all over the place right now. I don't know if relaxing is how I would describe it. But yeah, let's temporarily bump up the write capacity on this and change this sleep a little bit. That'll get us a chance to flex Terraform as well. I know I should auto-scale these tables, but I haven't done that yet. DynamoDB statuses. Okay, so we're temporarily just going to set these to, I don't know, 1010. This will do, let's do half of that, so five writes per second. I don't know whether update item triggers a read or not, so that's why I'm being a little bit cautious about the numbers here. But see, 5 writes per second, this will complete in 110 seconds. Yeah, that seems fine. Zahel CS, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Temporarily scale up statuses for backfill. And then push that up. Ooh, I am going to go take some drugs. I will be right back. Because I don't want to have a headache. I want to keep doing. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I have my drugs. Why autoscale versus pay per request on Dynamo? So, I could probably do the cost analysis and find that, you know, pay per request is cheap enough to do. But right now the reason is I get 25 read and write capacity units for free. And currently my app is so, you know, it does such infrequent reads and writes of data stores that those 25 capacity units are enough to run my app entirely for free, whereas if I did pay per request, I would have to pay some small amount of money. So I'm being really cheap. That's why. Andreas X says, "Hey Anthony, what are we doing today? We are working on pre-commit.ci. Right now I am backfilling runner statuses such that we can show badges to private repositories." Yeah, something like that. Like, since kind of cheap, it would be like a couple bucks a month. But if I could take a couple bucks and make it 0, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I guess, let's see, DynamoDB per request billing. Let's see what it would look like. No capacity plan, blah blah blah. Where's the pricing? Pricing. $1.25 per million write request units and 25 cents per read request units, plus the usual data storage costs. So I don't actually have full numbers of what I would look at, but I think I would be under both of these numbers, so it would be essentially 0. Although I don't actually know all of my reads, so my reads might be much higher than that. But what I'm looking at is, what, 25 times 2 times, well, this would be reads or writes, times, see, a read capacity unit is requests per second, so times 60 times 60 times 24 times 30, which is 64 million. So my peak is like a quarter of 64 is 16. It'd be like 16 bucks for reads and 80 for writes, which again isn't super expensive at about what I'm running right now for the the read capacity units that I'm getting for free. But if I'm getting it for free, fuck it, I'm getting it for free, right? That's like a beer a month or so. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much money the service is going to make, so I want to be in a place where it's not costing me an arm and a leg to run, because I really like the service and I want to be able to run it, you know. The answer says, I'm finally done. Second video take was worse, as to be expected, but done with audio. Nice. That's good. It's good to hear. I often find that too when I record videos, that like the second one is much worse than the first one, but there's like some tiny mistake in the first one that makes it not usable. Okay, so let's run this, and I'll have to remind myself to revert this after we're done, because this will bump me over my capacity limit. But yeah, while this is running. Yes, of course. Status private. This should arrow about AWS. Oh, this is the old module names. Pre-commit.ci to web. Need to be in pre-commit.ci env equals AWS. Got local pre-commit.ci env equals AWS. Would have added private false to demo 2. Yeah, this is what we expect. And let me make sure this is completed. Okay, so that's done in dev. Let's do it in prod as well. 2 to 10, 4 to 10, 2 to 10. Cool. Confirm. Okay, so now I'm going to run this in dev with dry run off. This should do that. If we do dry run again, it should say nothing. And if we refresh the items here, should see private false. Cool. Okay, so that script works. And script for backfilling private. Oh, need to do hard quotes. Private false for statuses. And we'll delete the script afterwards, but I want it historically just so I can see how I do these backfills later, just kind of as a historical reference. Okay, so that's dev. Now we do prod. And for that, I do AWS profile equals prod. And I guess we just run it, right? What's the worst that could happen? Scaled up our capacity to 10x what I need. This should be fine. Am's concerned though. Let me actually just log into the console so I can watch it run. Prod. This. Gotta do this. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Yeah, I don't know why I'm doing this off screen. You can see my keyboard. Doesn't fucking matter. Wait, what? What happened? Wait, what? What happened there? Did I click on the wrong button? So create an AWS account. I don't actually want that. Oh, they fucking changed this. Where's the like sign in button? Is my app working? How do I get to the login? Oh, management console. That was weird. I don't know what was going on there. every time, I mean, I always use that same click flow to log in, so I don't know what changed there. Yeah, so you can see I'm over capacity right now because of the statuses table. Statuses, metrics. You can see there's some bubbling background read capacity. Really good on that. Get latency there. Few puts that have happened. Yeah, but now we're gonna run. That should hopefully bump up this. Oh wait, this should be higher. Hey, what's up, Disco Wizards? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Why is this not upgraded yet? Why has this graph not represented the change here? This should have bumped to 10. This is 1349. This is like right now. I'm gonna wait for it to get to 10 though. Hey, what's up, Wow So Clutch? How's it going? Hello, hello. There's a talk on how to use R in Google Cloud and compile C, C++, and Fortran packages in there. Oh no. Fortran? What are you doing? And it says, welcome to AWS. I mean, I've been using it for forever. I don't know why this suddenly has changed. Why aren't you scaled up yet? Yeah, so it's already at 1010. So, I don't know why it's not showing it in the metrics. Shrugs. Checking CloudWatch itself? Yeah, that's a good idea. Hey, what's up, Pickle Pizza? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I actually don't like pickles myself. It's not a thing I'm a fan of. What's up, Fly Molo? Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. All right, Dynamo. Provision read. This is this one. Oh, this graph is wild. Huh. Big spike of writes here. No throttles though, so that's good. I actually don't know why I'm not throttled, but shh. Because I'm definitely consuming more than my capacity units. Although this is not per minute, so this is 5-minute averaged. But yeah, no read throttles, no write throttles, oddly enough. Okay, but yeah, this is the graph. This is the one that I expect to go bigger. Go big. 1 hour, 1 second. No, I probably don't want 1 second. Let's do a minute. Yeah, I expect this to be... Oh, it looks like it only publishes metrics every 5 minutes, so... I would have to wait until... What is this at? 46? 45 to 46? I gotta wait a couple more minutes. And then it should show the bump after the next one shows up. But yeah, hello again, Fly Mellow. Pickle pizza, Coach Greg's favorite. Yeah, I just don't like pickles. I also don't like pickled things. Like, well, I do like some pickled things. Like, I like pickled plums. But I don't like pickled jalapenos. Something about them is just gross. I like fresh jalapenos. I just don't like pickled jalapenos. Because I'm like some weird or whatever. Come on, just show me this 10 so I feel more confident that it's actually there. Pickled carrots are pretty... Yeah, I'll agree with that. Pickled carrots are pretty good. Pickled carrots are pretty good. I can agree with that. Oh no! This dot is still the same! Whatever. Oh wait, not all of the points are there yet? Just runs have shown up? Refresh. Just the M's has issued a stat line. Oh god, why is this stuff so inconsistent? Not all of these have stat lines for everything. I hate this. Anyway, fuck it. I don't care. If I go down, I go down. Whatever. YOLO! And if we look back at Dynamo, if we look at this metric, we should be able to see Should see writes going up here. Of course, it's going to take a while to do that, but where's Spike? I guess we'll see the Spike after it's done then. Yeah, Rocket, here we go. It's true, it's true. We can see everyone's branch names here too. Like, look at all the people that have main, people that are still stuck on master. This one does development. Dev slash, oh, I remember this broke the auto updater. This branch name right here. Ooh, pip tools. I didn't know they added pre-commit. CI, neato. But seems to be going. Pligate Walrus. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Look at that. We now see our increased, our capacity increase. Also, it looks like it was a good idea, because I would have exceeded it. Read one scan. I'm surprised the scan doesn't show up on the read capacity units. There's something weird about this that I don't really understand. But I'm okay, because it doesn't appear to have broken things, so... but yeah, that's chugging along. That looks good. So many names from Twitch chat in here? Yeah, it's true, it's true. You guys are great about using my software. I appreciate it. I like how they're in just kind of a random order, but that makes sense because it's hash keyed. So you prefer JSON over pickle? Yeah, 100%. Let's see what this looks like now. Yeah, it looks like we're peaking out right about at 2.5 write capacity units. And the reads never really happened, so that's cool. That is cool. Scan returned item count. Wait, how is this sem non-zero number and then 600? Is it done? I think it's done. I think it is done. Cool. So in theory, if I do a dry run now, it should not do anything at all. Yeah, cool. All right, neato. So we backfilled that data now. What is this? Oh, we can then delete that script because it was run. Backfill completed in DJ in dev and prod. So I did a cool, I did a couple cool little things in this command here that I want to point out. So what bang bang does here is it expands to the previous command that I ran. So I ran this get rm command here. So that caused the commit message to be get rm script slash backfill status private. And then I used -m twice, and what this does is it sets the body of the commit message. So if we look at get show now, you'll see that I have get rm this, and then I have backfill completed as the body there. So kind of two little neat things at once. I actually haven't gone over this in a video yet, but I need to at some point. But kind of a neat little trick there. But anyway, that looks good. So now we have backfilled that. We can now read that value in our status thing. What is this project about? Says Dabinish. Let me give you the short spiel. Oh, right, we gotta revert this as well. I'm gonna wait for this graph to actually show 0, and then we'll revert this. But you can see our little backfill spike there. Kind of neat. But yeah, I guess I haven't done it this stream. We can go over what pre-commit and pre-commit.ci are. So pre-commit is a linter and code formatter framework that I created. The idea behind pre-commit is you set up a config file with, this is not zoomed enough, there we go. with versions and tools and repositories, and it knows how to take this configuration and run those tools against your repository. In this case, I have like a few checkers. This is like a YAML checker. These are some white space formatters. This is a Python code formatter. And the cool part about it, or I guess like one of the parts about it, is pre-commit knows how to integrate with GitHooks. So if you want to use it as a pre-commit GitHook, that was the original idea, which is why it's named that. But you can do this. This is technically optional, but the really cool part about it is pre-commit knows how to take those tools and install them in your local environment and then run them against files in your repository like this. And if you look at pre-commit.ci, what it basically does is it takes this tool and then builds a purpose-built CI system around it. And this is actually a bit of text that was originally contributed from one of our own in chat, Kanbiko. Developers spend a fair chunk of their time during their development flow on fixing relatively trivial problems in their code. Pre-commit.ci both enforces that these issues are discovered, which does opt-in for each developer's workflow via pre-commit, but also fixes the issues automatically, letting developers focus their time on more valuable problems. So basically it takes that framework that I described before and adds a CI system for it. And some of the cool stuff that it does is it will, auto-fix a pull request that has formatting problems in it. It's much faster than the competing free solutions. It caches stuff, so it's super speedy, and it will periodically update the versions of those tools in your config file for you, so you keep things up to date. You can simply use Kanbiko's. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I did. It's right here. I read it. We good. But yeah, that's pre-commit and pre-commit.ci, and we're working on pre-commit.ci today. But yeah, it's my like startup-y thing that I'm really proud of. Okay, this is down to 0, so now I can revert this. We got push ahead, and we can scale down this table. So we need to go to Terraform, which is here. Refresh and look at these two. This is dev, so we want to run that one first, and then we'll run prod. The anal alarm would make me nervous every time I log in. Me too. Me too, the endless server. I don't actually know that there's a mathematical way. Oh, I guess I could query. I bet I could query 2 metrics at the same time and prevent. I could probably make it okay if the minimum capacity is at the minimum capacity. Oh, would that work? And then it would not be an alarm. Then it would be good all day. But yeah, it makes me a little bit leery as well. Actually, maybe we'll look at that because that seems like a cool thing to do. Okay. 10 to 4, 10 to 2. Yeah, that looks good. Confirm and apply. What's up, Celita95? Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Confirm. This is dev. That should scale down this table. And this table is tiny in dev, but like it still mirrors prod exactly. So it's important to make sure that it works first, and then okay, looks like it's at 10:10 right now, and now that it's done, it should be back at 4:2. Cool. That looks good. So now we do it for prod as well. Confirm. Yes. And we let that run. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Hayden is live. What are you doing? Oh, I see. My bot is streaming on Twitch right now. Interesting. Okay, cool. So that is all backfilled. So what do I need to do next? What do I need to do next? Okay, let me show you kind of the diagram of what we got going on here. So, we have our web over here, and we have a queue. This is the run.rum.fifo, and then we have our runner, and these are all independently scaled. So there's, this is a API gateway lambda. This is EC2 auto scaling group. And the way the data flows right now is we get from GitHub. So GitHub calls us at like GitHub webhook or some shit like that. I forget what it actually is. And somewhere in there it says like private true. And so that gets passed into the queue now. And then the runner pulls from this queue. So we get kind of a pull here. I should have used different colors. Let's do green, sure. Goes into the queue, and then we pull. Oops, that's not the curvy line. We pull from the queue to get our events. So that's how we know, like the private true gets propagated here. Then runner, do we have a cylinder? I don't think we have a cylinder. How do I represent a database without a cylinder? I guess I could draw a cylinder. Let's use the diamond for our database. Diamondo DB. Okay, that was a terrible pun. But anyway, when the branch finishes, the runner is going to write to the status. So this now also contains the private information, which is what we just did. We just propagated that private true thing here. Back, private true status passed or whatever. So it now writes to the status thing. And so now what we need to do is there's another endpoint in the web, which is the badge endpoint. And this references this status table. So we need to, let's do orange for the next set of operations here. So this is like the view badge operation. And so this now retrieves this private true, but it doesn't actually know enough as to whether this is the proper endpoint or not. Oh, actually, we know that if it comes back private true, that this endpoint should never pass. Because it has to have that special token in there. The other server says you can add a higher priority premium users, but don't go the Travis way, please. Yeah, that is actually very easy for me to implement. The way to implement that is actually just like it's like a 2-line patch. I haven't done it yet, but the way that would work, web handler in queue. I basically just have to change this group name here to give it higher priority. And the easiest way to do that is to just you know, like if it's, oops, caps lock. If it's a premium user, it would just put a random number here, and that'll give it higher priority. It seems weird, but this allows you to have more parallelism, and so it allows you to prioritize particular users. But yeah, I'm already planning to do that. I just haven't done it yet. Yeah, I know Dryo. I know everyone always recommends you should use this drawing tool. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna use fucking Paint. Paint works fine. Okay, so I know for the normal badge, the existing badge APIs, we'll be able to just say if it's private, return 403. But we need to have a secondary API for badges. Oops. Which will be, I don't know, /badge /token /thing, whatever the current arguments are right now. And that will retrieve private, and then we have to, oops, we have to store a secret somewhere. Secret. I think we can just stick that into the repo table, and then people can rotate it from there. I also have to backfill that table too. Also, do I run puts on that? Might be harder than I'm thinking. Thinking. Update install is where that gets created, right? No, it might also get created in web. Repo get. We only do retrieval here, so it's not in this portion. Web data node being update install. These are puts. These are puts. Oh, that makes it tricky to do item potently. The chat just reconnected. Did my bot get kicked? Seems fine. Throwing plant UML. Oh god, I don't want to write. I do not want to do UML diagrams. Brings me back to college and don't want UML. No. Deadman says, I did consider using paint for my lambda diagram earlier in honor of you, but I already paid for lucid charts. I see, that's fair. Okay, so the problem with the puts here is put will overwrite any data, so if we set a value. Oh, I kind of need like conditional put. What am I gonna do here? The problem is this badge endpoint needs to get this like special token. I guess I could store the tokens in a separate table. No, that wouldn't work either. Oh, how am I gonna do this? I think I would need some complicated conditional put logic here. Maybe I'll think about that another day. I think I need to do some research for that. We can work on something else. Because that's complicated. But let's at least implement the blocking behavior so that that's out of the way, and that's something that's easy to do. Web handler. So we have the badge endpoint. And so right now we can get, let's see if there's other calls to repo status is only called in one place. So this can return status private if private raise, or I think it's just flash.abort 404. Yeah, I think 404 is the right thing there. What's up, Iswalin? Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, if it's a private repo and it has a status badge, we actually just want to 404 in this case. Status. Oh, or do we want unknown? If private status equals unknown. Yeah, we can just do that. The non-tokened badge route does not support private repos. Yeah, so we can do unknown false and ret private. And we gotta change this to tuple stir. Oh, but we can use lowercase tuple stir bool. Oh, man, that feels so good. The brand new PEP 585 features because I am importing annotations. Yeah. I think that looks right. See if MyPy's happy. It is. I guess we can just deploy this to dev and see if the statuses still work. Guard badge endpoints against private repos. Yeah. Deploy. Clutch says, I tend to prefer whiteboard doing brainstorm diagrams. All the software I've tried feels like it's getting in the way. Yeah, I agree. I feel like whiteboards are a lot easier to just kind of like whoosh, whoosh, and have exactly what you want. Although I have a stylus. Ooh. Yeah, a stylus would potentially make this easier. Oh yeah, I don't have a status badge here. That's fun. But this should not, this badge should render fine. We look at, yep, and it does, cool, so that's unchanged. The other thing that I have to do is make a private repo. If I recall correctly, demo 3 is private. No? Maybe it's demo 4 that's private. Oh, does the login button work? Hey, it does. Cool. GitHub, copy the password, log in. What's hosting the Flask API? What's it called? API Gateway and Lambda on AWS. Oh, here we go. Oh wait, demo 4 is included there. Why doesn't it show up here? Oh, it does now. Okay, so this should say unknown, even though there is a is there a status for demo 4? No. There's not. Okay, so I need to enable the plan. Let's see if it's actually already enabled. Plan basic. Okay, so I should be able to make a run on because I've manually pretended that this installation is paid tier. If I go here and I merge this, then I should get a status. Why? Why, you know? Is the basic plan not the... Maybe the basic plan is the free tier one. Web handler. Wait, I thought we implemented this already. Did I not merge that code? Oh no, I must have lost that code. I wonder if the ref log contains it. Oh. Shoot. It's in the repo that I deleted. Dang it! Well, I'll have to re-implement that code. For now, let's fudge this. Yeah. For now, we're just gonna fudge this. And stick something in this statuses column here. Well, that sucks. Okay, so this is run ID. Items, action, create item. GitHub. delete2 slash demo4 slash. Is it main or is it master? Master. Yeah. Here we go. This is what I want to see. I was like, what the hell is going on here? Okay, so what else do I need in this item? Private. Private. True. We have repo ID. And we have run ID, which should be this value. And repo ID should be this value. Oh, you can't see that because it's off screen. It's fine. Is this the highlighting or is it mad? I can't tell. What is over here? Oh, maybe now I can scroll it. Nope. I want to scroll that other scroll bar. Oh, let's... Status is the last thing. Okay. Next. Status success. Okay, so this will create a entry here. That look right? Therefore, fuck, these are supposed to be colons. Shit. Okay, well, again. Colon master. And then we can delete this one. Trans delete. Wait, why don't you have status success? Probably because I pasted the wrong thing. Okay. Now, in theory, I should not see the badge here, even though it's in the database. Okay. That looks good. I'll have to fix that other part. Oh, it's so sad that I deleted that other code. We'll deploy this to prod. Jack W. Burge says, using what as a mapper out of interest? What do you mean by a mapper? What do you mean? Cool. Good. Let me just make sure that this still looks good. Because we haven't looked at prod at all today. Yeah, I wrote my own because I wanted to use API Gateway v2 and there weren't any libraries for it. So API Gateway v2 to Whiskey is the glue code between Lambda and the Flask Whiskey app that I'm using. Because it supports the v2 Lambda event. None of the other ones did at the time. Oh no, why is this link broken? What? Because I typo. Integration. Preview. Does that fix that link? Yeah. Fix typo in link. Maybe I'll get a fancy smartboard. Oh, that could be another idea. Jesus fart, it's this Anthony just tuned in. What are you working on today? Another day, another pre-commit.ci day. Working on badge rendering, although I think I'm gonna work on something else now because I gotta think. I have to do some thinking, some research on how to put the things in the table in the right way. Ishwa Lin says, I've been working with AWS Lambda, Terraform, and Python at work recently. Nice to tune into a stream like that. Yeah, indeed. Esriel says, this is why I use Google Drive to manage my code. I don't know that Google Drive would have helped me here. I had it all version controlled properly, I just forgot to push the branch. Probably because I thought I had already merged the branch. But yeah. Yeah, not on the remote. I forgot to merge and push, I guess. It's not a big deal. It's not like the code was complicated. It was essentially one database call and one if statement. And it's not in the ref log because I deleted the old repository. When I renamed it, I just decided to reclone instead of keeping the old one. So yeah, a comedy of errors that led to not being able to get another reflog. But rip. The cat gives major Totoro vibes. It does. This is Zach. Zach the gray cat. This is Noodle. This is Ty. And this is Bub the Sub. We've got Carpet, the shiny Umbreon. And we've got Reginald / Leopold, depending on whether you want the canonical name or or me being a goofball. Hey, what's up, Jag Jerez? Or is it Hug Jerez? Either way, welcome to the stream. When's Tofu moving in? Tofu should be getting here later today, and then I'm taking care of Tofu for a bunch of days. Tofu is not a plushie. Tofu is a puppy. Feel I have to clarify that. But yeah, I'll be taking care of Tofu. Yeah, for a couple days, so that'll be fun. It'll be puppy time every single day. Uh-oh. That's not good. We just changed that endpoint. Why is it Borkins? Fuck. Well, I guess we look at our CloudWatch and roll things back. I guess I should roll back first. Well, nah. We don't need to roll back first. We'll just look at the... There's an error. Error private. But we backfilled all the data. Alright, well. Let's just do... I guess we'll roll back. This must be some eventual consistency thing. But it's been like an hour. Surely it should be consistent by now. Unless I typoed. Those all look good. Key error private. I don't know why this wouldn't have the right value. Anyway, it should be fixed now. Okay, so it's fixed now. Now I gotta figure out what the fuck went wrong. Yeah, y'all have private here. Oh, you don't, though. What the fuck? I don't know then. That's weird. It's very weird. I mean, it's possible it's still, like, expected to get consistency by now, though. Where was one of the blank ones? Web late. Yeah, it doesn't have private. Oh. I know the problem is. I didn't finish deploying this bad boy. So we gotta do the backfill again. Oh, it's just sloppy on my part. That's because I was distracted by chat. Prod scripts dot deploy. Man, I was so careful about doing this, and then I just completely fucked it up. Yep, see, this wasn't deployed. Son of a bitch! Okay, well, at least I solved the problem here. Just taking care of Juice's plushies while she's gone. Yeah, I don't know how that works. Hey, what's up, Mahadmi? Hello, hello. Alright, so we gotta wait for this to deploy. I'm gonna fill up my water while this deploys. I will be right back, and I will see you in a bit, and then we'll roll everything forward again. Alright, we're back. I got filled up water. And we're just waiting for this to deploy. I actually know of a way that I can make this deploy faster. So at some point we might improve this. But yeah. Oh, this is so dumb of me. I think this is the first time I've done a bad deploy. I think it's the first rollback that I've run. So it had to happen at some point. At least it was only the badge endpoint, which doesn't really matter that much. It's just, who cares if your repo badge thing shows properly? The runs are the most important part, so I didn't break the runs, I just broke the badging. But still not great. Still doesn't feel good. Still feels kind of shitty. But anyway, it's back to being okay. And then we'll backfill again, and then we'll yeah, partially degraded. It's true. I mean, it's not even partially degraded. It's like this status badge didn't work, which I feel like isn't. I mean, it is a core part of how a CI system works, but I feel like it's not super important. Like, how many times have you gone to a README and just saw like half their badges be broken? I see that all the time. I feel like it's not a big deal. But I'm downplaying a problem, so it was actually a problem. I'm going to increase the sleep here. And because we should only need to backfill like 10 rows, but I don't want it to. We're not backfilling 500, so I don't need to wait forever. I also don't want to go through and resize the tables again, because that was kind of a pain in the butt. Hey, what's up, Katie10? Hello, hello. Welcome. How are you doing today? Have to wait for this to deploy. So the annoying thing about this is there's this health check interval, but I can actually implement a startup action on the hosts. So similar to how we did a teardown action, where it waits for the current run to finish before shutting down. We can do a similar thing with startup, where we don't mark an instance as healthy until it has pre-pulled the image, and so we could avoid this like health check interval thing, which should be kind of cool. We might work on that. Although it requires deploying this thing, which takes forever. Well, not forever. I've definitely sat through hour-long deploys, and this one takes like 5 minutes, so it's not a huge deal. But is the GitHub Marketplace stuff fully done? Are there any premiums yet? So it is not fully done. I need to finish up private badges, and then I will fill out the rest of the Marketplace stuff and get it launched. Because yeah, oh, I forgot to talk about that earlier. So the stupid thing, so I was getting this like cannot name project whatever error, and the reason that I was getting that was GitHub Marketplace prevents you from naming an app that would cause the slug of that app to be the same as an existing GitHub user or organization, unless you own that app. And so I owned the app, so Ace owned the pre-commit.ci app, and I was trying to make the pre-commit.ci app named pre-commit.ci, which sounds like it should be straightforward or easy. But because I also have a GitHub org called pre-commit.ci, it wouldn't allow me to do that. So what I did is I transferred the app. The app is now owned by the GitHub org, and so now it can name itself pre-commit.ci, which is silly, and the error message just said invalid name, so I had no idea. And support finally got back to me 4 months after I made a support issue saying, oh yeah, there's this part in the thing that says it can't be the same as a GitHub name, and I'm like, oh. Which I know that bit in the docs was not there when I created the original support ticket, because this was actually, I created the support ticket before they even moved to their new docs thing, so yeah, messy. Okay, anyway, so we should now be able to pre-commit ci env equals AWS, AWS profile equals. Okay, let's rerun dev. Oh, no, dev should be fine. Should be prod, python-m scripts dot. Well, let's do dev first. Backfill status private dry run. Should be nothing. Cool. So then we will do prod. This should be like a handful of things. Yeah, literally. So these are the only things that could have triggered the patcher. Oh, we run for real now. I think the decision to not allow this is actually fine. Oh yeah, I agree with the decision. Like that makes complete sense. The error message being garbage was the entire problem that I had with it. Not I was fine with the preventing that. Oh, I missed test Ike Elmats, and thank you Math 137. Thank you both for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Just make sure that this does nothing now. Okay, cool. So we're good there. So now that's been done. Now we can roll it out again. Lambda deploy build. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to dev, then I guess I'll go to prod. and make a run and make sure that it still works. Yeah, we can do that. Deploy. Let's go to dev. And then we're just gonna go straight to prod, because lol. How much is one deploy? What do you mean? How big is the deploy bundle? Say here, code size. That's 4 megabytes. 4.4 megabytes. That's how big this bundle is. Hey, what's up, Anto Pixel? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. And then we'll deploy to prod. And then what am I gonna do? I gotta trigger a status somewhere. There's something in here to change. Get rid of that. Don't need to see what's in there. What are you, T.Py? I must have been explaining something to chat. What is the patch? Oh, yeah. Settings? We can update this to Python 3.8 plus, probably. Oh, we need to pull first. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll upgrade my scripts to Python 3.8 plus. That seems like a thing to do, right? Ours Py 3.8 plus. This will be Py 3.8 plus. I don't have add trailing comma in here? What am I doing? Add trailing comma. This is actually Py 3.6 plus, and this will be add import from future imports annotations. Auto update, just to get something going here. I thought AWS would charge you for deploying, but apparently not. That would suck. Cannot update. Oh, because I did this wrong. This should say add trailing comma. And then I should be able to do pre-commit run all files. It should do a few updates. Yeah. Oh no, it added trailing commas to things. How could I have made this mistake? Oh. You know what? PABRC is not actually a Python file. I think I need to fix that. Rewards. Exclude PABRC. I probably also want to exclude .pythonrc as well. Otherwise it's going to change how my interpreter starts up, and I don't really want to do that. Python rc.py. Let's see what else we got here. That's fine to change. That's pretty nice. I'm surprised Flakeate's not mad about that. These being butted up against each other. I guess we'll find out when we run Flakate. Maybe it is. Maybe it will fix these. Put a new line there. Oh. I'm just gonna be mad. She's gonna have to put new lines there. That's fine. Just to reindent. Another reindent. Yeah, that looks fine. I don't remember why this is here. We're gonna get rid of that change. That's what's in that patch file as well. Yeah, I thought so. Oh, that fixed automatically. Git GitHub compare Python git remote upstream, Python git of fork, and Python print spreadsheet. No longer need optional, or tuple, or dict, or list. I don't know why these hooks are here. We don't have any of those. Cool. Scratch, Py38 plus. And then we'll just put it straight to master. Wait, why are you rebuilding this? Oh, because I'm in a virtual environment? Guess it doesn't matter. Okay, so this should generate a new status, and I should be able to see that on this Scratch page. We should be able to see that here. Got a pending run. Should finish. I do need to make an auto refresher here because right now it doesn't auto refresh. Okay, cool. Why did this take 3.5 seconds? And badge? Yay, okay, it works. Crisis averted, chat. Oh boy, what are we at? About 3 hours for today? I think I might call the stream here for today, because that was more stress than I felt like dealing with. Hey, what's up? Dwarfty, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. So we didn't finish this. Yeah, we didn't finish this. We did part of this today. Can you refresh only parts of the page? Yeah, that's what I would implement, is like a thing that just does the status thing at the bottom. It costs the same amount to do either, but yeah. It's gonna be a less jarring experience if it just refreshes the inner part of the page and puts like a little spinner thingy thing there. But I have to worry about like looping forever and errors and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll probably work on that at some point. I've put that here, pull within reason on the run page until completed. But anyway, yeah, let me do my little spiel, and then we'll send you off to another channel. But my name is Anthony. I upload my previous content to YouTube. That's youtube.com/AnthonyWritesCode, where you can check out educational videos that I upload daily, as well as previous streams. I stream on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, and I announce my streams in 2 places. One of those is twitter.com/CodeWithAnthony, where I basically say, this is what I'm going to work on. And we did some part of this. We didn't do any of these other things. But that's all right. Sometimes we get stuff done, sometimes we don't, and that's the way things go. I also announce them on the Discord and give you those links in chat so that you can, you can follow me on those places, and you can join the Discord. The Discord is a nice, cool little programming Discord where you can hang out. There's some good memes. You can ask questions. There's a beginner's channel if you're learning to program, or if you know how to program and you want to ask questions about specific stuff. I also announce streams and videos on there as well, so join the Discord. But thank you all for stopping by, and let's go find someone to raid.